Hello guys, I am Hitesh Tripathi and I am your instructor via Newton School, and today in day 3 of this playlist, that is data structures and algorithms, we are going to see some functions of STL that are lower bound, upper bound and binary search. Okay, so in previous video what we have learned is what are searching algorithms. Okay, simply what is linear search and what is binary search and their time complexity and their implementation. So in this video we will see some of these functions, or you can say that these are uses of binary search also. Okay, so before this, let's see what Newton School is. Newton School is basically an e-learning platform which provides you training for being a full stack developer. Okay, so firstly they will train you for 6 months, like they will teach you different programming languages like Java, Python, C++, JavaScript, and then they will teach you development also, web development, front end and back end, different core subjects, operating system, computer networks, everything. First they will train you for 6 months, and not only this, then they will also get you placed in these companies that are ThoughtWorks, Topper, 7-Eleven, Meesho, Deloitte, Dream11, Unacademy. Okay, so they have tie up with almost 300 companies of India, in which they will also get you placed after training you for 6 months as a full stack developer. Okay, so only thing you need to do is you need to come in newtonschool.co, their website, and check their pay after placement program. Okay, under which you don't need to pay even a single penny until and unless you get placed in these companies. So it is a great thing. You just need to come to their website and explore their pay after placement program. Now these days they also have a new initiative, that is Launchpad, and under this Launchpad initiative you can learn everything for free. So even this is also a great thing. You just need to come to their website and sign up for free and just start learning by enrolling in any of the courses. So there are different courses under Launchpad initiative, like for every programming language, for OOPS, for different core subjects, for database, for real world programs, everything. Okay, so you just need to come, explore their Launchpad initiative and start learning for free. Now, so just come to their website and check it once. Fine. Now second thing is, if you haven't subscribed this channel, Code Kitchen Newton School, subscribe this channel. In this I have firstly taught you everything about C++, then standard template libraries in C++, and then we are heading towards data structures and algorithms. And in previous video of day 2 of this playlist, I have simply explained you what is searching algorithms and what is linear and binary search. So now in this video, let's start with today's video and topic, and that is lower bound, upper bound and binary search. Okay, so firstly we know that we have implemented in last video binary search, and we also know what binary search is. Okay, okay, so let me explain you in brief what binary search is. In binary search we do search operation. Suppose we have some value and we have to search it in some container, and we do that operation O of log n. So this is kindly very less complexity O of log n. Okay, so that's why binary search is very good, and we use it a lot in our programming, in data structures, and everywhere we use binary search a lot. Fine. Now suppose you are doing competitive programming, okay, and you need to solve some question very quickly. Okay, and you just simply need to check that if you have some value and that value is present in some container or not. Okay, you need to simply check that. Okay, that if this value is present in this container or not. What you can simply do when you know binary searches, you can simply write some code. Firstly you will sort this array, like prerequisite of binary searches that container values should be sorted. Okay, sorted. So firstly you will sort this array or vector, anything, whichever this container is, and then you will simply implement your binary search. Like you will find out mid index, and then you will compare standard binary search implementation. Okay, fine. Now this will obviously increase your task, like you have to implement whole binary search inside this. Okay, that is somewhat 10 to 15 lines you have to write. But instead of that, C++ STL provides you direct function of binary search. Okay, function of binary search, that is this. Instead of whole implementation of binary search for finding or for checking only that this value is present in this container or not, what you can do is you can use this function directly. You can write binary search all in small letters, then you will write starting index of your container. Okay, that will be starting index address, start address you have to write. Okay, start address and end address. In case of vectors, it will be obviously v dot begin and v dot end. Okay, and in case of arrays, it will be simply name of the array, because name of the array we know, we have already learnt in pointers that name of the array will always point to first element of the array, and you can simply write array plus size to point last element of array. Fine. And third argument of this function will be value. Value of what? Value of target which you are searching in this container, and this function will simply return you true or false. That is, if the value is present in this function, in this container, it will return true, otherwise it will return false. Okay, so isn't this a good thing that you have pre-implemented binary search function and you can use it anywhere? Like if you are using C++, you can use it anywhere. Fine. Now we know that we have binary search function. We have two more functions, and these functions are very useful. Okay, and these are under STL, which is lower bound and upper bound. Okay, so let me first tell you how we can use it and what are its implementation and uses, and then I will tell you that how can we give them, हम इनको कैसे बाइनरी सर्च से जोड़ सकते हैं. ठीक है, तो लोअर बाउंड इज समथिंग यू कैन सजेस्ट, इट्स नेम सजेस्ट that lower bound of some value. Suppose you have a container, okay, and you have some values. Okay, you have some sorted values and you have some value x. Now you need to simply check that what is the element or what is the index of the element that is just less than x. Okay, like lower bound returns an iterator pointing to the first element in the range, this which has value not less than val value. Okay, so this is the syntax of lower bound. Okay, here this is the syntax of lower bound, that is in small letters lower bound, and under bracket you will simply write iterator first, or you can say start address, then ending address, and then constant value which you need to search as lower bound. Okay, and this function will simply return you iterator to the first element in this range. Suppose to the first element which is not less than value. Okay, so either this iterator will return you value which will be equals to our constant value. Okay, or either value of index of value which is greater than our value, constant value. Okay, suppose you have some container and you have some values 1 3 5 6 7 10, sorted order obviously, because that is prerequisite of binary search. Okay, and you are searching lower bound of 3, then it will return you iterator to this value, that is 3, not less than our value. Okay, and if in case you are searching iterator for 4, then it will return you value greater than 4, because 4 is absent in this container, then it will return you iterator to this value. Okay, fine. Now we know lower bound will return iterator to value not less than our value which we have passed in the function. Okay, upper bound, what upper bound returns is, upper bound and lower bound are just same functions, but in case of upper bound returns an iterator pointing to the first element in the range which has value greater than the value passed in the function. Okay, so suppose these are the values and this is container and we are finding out upper bound of value 3, then it will return simply pointer to 5, and upper bound of 4, it will also return pointer to 5. Okay, so these are two very important functions of STL C++, that is lower bound and upper bound, and we will use them a lot in our playlist further videos. Okay, now let implement these functions in our Newton School IDE and then we will end this video. Fine, so let's firstly implement binary search function. Suppose I have already taken size of array and target which I need to find in the array. Now I need to simply check that target is present in the array or not. So what I will simply do is I will simply write binary and then underscore search, and I will simply write array which will point to first element address of this array, and then I will simply write array plus size, and now I will write target. Now my input is 12. 12 is not present in this array, so it will simply return 0. Okay, so it has returned 0, or you can say now 1. If I will search for 1, it will simply return 1 because 1 is already present in the array. So you can simply use binary search pre-built function instead of implementing whole binary search. Okay, now let me tell you how you can use lower bound and upper bound. So for lower bound and upper bound, what you can simply do is you can take auto iterator. Okay, and lower bound first value address, last value address, and your value, or you can say value here is target. Okay, now what will it return? Address of value. Like I told you already, it will return address of value. Okay, so it has already returned you address of 1. Okay, now if you want to know the value at this index, you can simply, what you can do is you can use degenerate operator and it will return you value at that address, that is 1. Okay, now if I will change my target here, and if I simply wrote, I change my array first. Okay, fine. Now if I will make my target 3, let's see what it returns. 4. Value greater than 3, because 3 is not already present in our array. Okay, that's why lower bound will return value greater than 3. Now you can also find out its index, and for that you can simply do iterator. Iterator is pointing to address of 4. Now if I want to find out index, I can simply minus address of first element and it will simply give the index, that is index of 4, 0, 1, 2. So index of 4 is 2, that's why it is returning 2. Fine. So this much only in this video, and now we know how we can use lower bound and upper bound in our C++ codes programming. Okay, so again, if you haven't subscribed this channel, you can subscribe this channel and Code Kitchen Newton School, and you can check out newtonschool.co, Launchpad initiative and pay after placement program, and get the most out of it. They are providing you placement trainings and free courses. Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching.